Hello, it is Monday and it is a new weekly reading vlog. As you can see, I am up in my library and I am getting ready to edit last week's vlog. I'm just finishing off Becca's vlog before I edit my vlog. And yeah, I just wanted to pop on and start the vlog. Also, I have read about a third of A Pirate's Life for Tea, which I got on NetGalley. I got the ARC. I went on for something else, and this is one of the ones that I saw and requested and got accepted for, which is amazing because Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, which is here, was amazing. And I get the matching edition to this next month. So I really want to read this before it comes out, get the review up for NetGalley and, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's so nice to be back with the characters. Like, I'm enjoying the voices of the characters even though nothing's really happened yet. Like I say, I'm only maybe like a third of the way in, so nothing much has happened. But like, that's the whole point. It's like, it's cozy fantasy. It's not like a high drive sort of fantasy. I keep looking at my books behind my head in the phone, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I need to rearrange my shelves properly, but I need to figure it out. Like, there's the Travis Baldry ones. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to start this vlog off before I started editing this one, and remembered that I wanted to tell you about A Pirate's Life for Tea. So I will speak to you later. Hello, it is Wednesday, and I have come home to some book mail, which is very exciting because this book doesn't, technically, it's not published until the 24th, and it is the 18th, 26th, 20 something, like later on. So this has come early. Oh, so close, so close. There we go. I'm really excited about this one. So it is The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. This is the first of her books to be traditionally published. Yes, you can get traditionally published versions of the other two books, but what I mean is this is the first one that doesn't have an indie cover, an indie version to go with it. So I have the other two, which is Behind the Net and The Fake Out, in the indie covers, and I also recently bought the trad published edition, so it would match this, but this is the third one, and I'm excited. So this is a friends to lovers one, and it's a bit, the setup for it, I can't remember exactly what happened for the setup, like a specific thing, but I'm sure it will like rehash that. But this follows another one of the players, and obviously one of the girls that we've met. But if you've read the books, you know exactly who it is. Like, it's not even remotely subtle, I don't think, anyway. But yeah, it's called Wingman, and I'm pretty sure the idea is that, yeah, it's a fake dating. Like, it's like fake dating in a similar way of like the American Roommate Experiment, and there's another one as well that I've read recently that I can't remember, where like they're not fake dating, they're not like pretending to other people that they're together, but one of them wants to be better at dating and stuff like that, so the other one's like, oh, I'll help you, daydream, that's the one, daydream. So like, I will help you be, like, I'll help you practice things, I'll help you like teach you how to flirt, teach you how to do this, that, and the next thing, and like obviously that's not all that's going on. Anywho, I'm excited. This is going straight on my TBR. This is one of the ones that's going straight on my TBR. So I will be reading this imminently. Reading wise anyway, let's give you an update. I'm 126 pages into The Most Beautiful Girl in Cuba, which is about a third of the way through the book. So I will be hopefully reading some more of that today. I'm also about a third of the way through A Pirate's Life for Tea, which I'm reading on NetGalley. And I think that's it. I've not added a third book to that mix. But I really want to drop everything and read The Wingman. But The Wingman will be my prize? Reward. It will be my reward for finishing The Most Beautiful Girl in Cuba and A Pirate's Life for Tea. I also have After the Bike still here, but as far as like TBRs go, I'm doing really well with my September TBR. My yearly TBR, maybe not so much, but my September TBR, killing it. Absolutely killing it. So, I'm going to go, I've just finished my lunch. I'm going to go and get into something more comfortable than what I was wearing to work. And by that, I mean I'm just going to take this off and put a jumper on because I don't like sitting around in this. So, anyway, I'll speak to you later. Hello, it's Friday. I'm free for the weekend. But we've got a wedding tomorrow to go to, so not free. But yeah, I thought I'd come and show you the girls because I've realised we've not talked about the hens in a while. So, this is their new kind of setup. If you remember, it was just sort of at here. Now, no more. There is this thing. I'll dial back a bit. So we have this instead. So this is like 3-ish meters wide and 6 meters long. And as you can see, the girls are thriving. Hi! You say hello? Hey? Say hi. They're like, do you have food for us, human? Do you have food for us? No, I do not. Hi, girls. You can see, especially on her crop, like that looks pretty gnarly, but that's the feathers growing back. Like they have a protective thing, and the Freaky's butt, it's getting fluffy. They still like this. Oh, I'm sorry, was I talking about your butt? They do normally have a bald patch underneath their butt to keep their eggs warm, but yeah, it looks like she's grown back a lot of her fluff. See the, I don't know if I can show you. Hi. But yeah, you can really see the feathers growing back in her crop. She's like, what have you got for me? Have you got food for me? No, I don't. I'm sorry. But yeah, they've got all this space back here, so their water's now up high, so they stop chucking stuff, dirt into it. As you can see, it's not helped entirely because there's now dirt in their water. Fantastic. Their coop is just here. And they've got a swing back there. We're adding like different enrichment things to see what they do. So they've got a swing. They've got some nettles coming back in. You need to get rid of those girls. So that's the whole point. So they've got a swing, and then this thing here, I don't know if you can see, it has some decimated broccoli hanging out of it. So it's like a net that you can put stuff in. Just to, she's going to show you, so they can have a peck at it, and oh, where one goes, the other must. So then they can eat, like we usually put lettuce in there, or a bit of broccoli, like a whole head of broccoli, or something like that. Yes, I know. I don't know if you can hear her over the. But yeah, so they can just peck at it as to their heart's content. And there's a spike thing you can see wobbling, so you can put stuff on that as well. And it's got like a cap on it so they don't hurt themselves. But yeah, it just gives them a chance. They've obviously gone through that broccoli quite well. But yeah, it goes all the way back. Oops. It goes all the way back to the back fence. So they've got like, I don't even know how many square meters for 2 tiny wee chickadees. Yeah. And then, as you can see, they've got a wee plastic tub every morning. You've like licked that clean, and I'm not even sure you've got tongues. Every morning, Kay makes them a mash, so it's like their pellets, but with water in it, just to, it helps them eat it, and it helps them eat it faster, just to kind of get, obviously we're trying to bulk up these girls, like they've not been getting food for ages, and so the point is to try and get them as much food as they can eat, basically. But yeah, it's still not completely finished, as you can see, like this, this is open here. Here's the door, I'll show you. So it opens out, so we can get in a lot easier. And I know you're curious, aren't you? Keys left the water bottle from filling up their water earlier. So I don't know if you can see. I'll zoom in on her butt. So see this. I don't know if you can. This little bald patch under here. That's where they would normally incubate the eggs. So like, she will grow more feathers, but she will also always have a bald spot. But I'm really happy with her progress so far. I can feel Hamish behind me. Hi. See, they're not really bothered about each other. See, they're not scared of him. He's not whining at them anymore. They're just like, hi. It's so funny when... Oh, you're just peeing. Okay. It's so funny when they see... don't get too close. You don't want to get pecked. You know why he doesn't come in here? It's because I'm in here. But normally when they see him come out instead of like one of us, they're like, oh, it's him. Great. Not getting any food. But yeah, like, they're not... Like, they're literally this close to each other and none of them are fussed. At all. Okay. Will we go back in the house? Oh, he's peeing again. Okay. Well, girls, I was just giving everybody a tour of your crib. Because I've not seen you in a while. So, I'm going to go in and get something to eat for me. Because you've had food today. And I have not. Well, that's a lie. I had breakfast. You've had a whole head of broccoli and a whole load of mash. You get more mash when she comes home. They're doing good though. Like, look at they're so chunky. We like chunky. Chunky's good. Chunky is good. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to go inside and leave the girls to scratch about. Hello, it is later on Friday, and I have finished The Most Beautiful Girl in Cuba. I actually finished, before I tell you about that, I actually finished A Pirate's Life for Tea last night. I ended up staying up late to finish it. I was like so close to the end, I was like, I'm finishing this bitch. And I absolutely loved it. It was so good. I'm so excited for people to get to read it. If you haven't read Can't Spell Treason Without Tea yet, you should, because it's a fantastic... If you like cozy fantasy, if you like Travis Baldry, you will love A Pirate's Life for Tea. No. Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. A Pirate's Life for Tea is the sequel to that. I got an arc off of NetGalley and immediately had to read it. Like, I had to read it immediately. And it was so good. It was so... Cozy is the right word. It was slow, it was meandering, it was... Like, it wasn't big action-packed sort of thing going on, but that's the whole point, and I absolutely loved it. This is the kind of fantasy that I can read. And it wasn't even, like, fantasy, like... Again, it's that sort of low-grade cozy fantasy that I can keep up with. So I absolutely loved it. I loved the pirate element. I loved how generally just open to everything. Like, there was a mixture of pronouns, there was a mixture of sexualities, there was just, like, honestly, Rebecca Thorne is just the mind of a genius. Absolute mind of a genius. And I'm so excited for book 3, which is Tea You at the Altar, which, loving the puns. Oh my god, the puns. Oh my god, the puns. This thing was filled with puns. Like, somebody actually rated it. Like, I can't remember what they rated it, but it was like 1 or 2 stars. And they were like, oh my god, the puns, they were awful. There was so many of them. And I was like, I loved the puns. It was so funny. Like, you know that annoying friend that just constantly makes a joke of everything? And makes puns and stuff? Me, I'm that friend. That's what Chianti's like, and she's supposed to be like this serious, like really serious person, and yet she's an absolute chaos gremlin, and I absolutely love it. Like, she's the chaos gremlin, and Rain is the long-suffering partner, but she also gets a few good ones in. Honestly, I loved it, and now my machine's going on to a spin cycle. And guess who opened the door? Hamish. Anyway, I also finished The Most Beautiful Girl in Cuba today. Scottish people can't say girl, okay? The Most Beautiful Girl in Cuba. And this is the 4th? I said 3rd before, but I'm pretty sure it's the 4th in the Cuba saga. There's only 6 books, so I've got 2 more left to read. So I am flying through this series. Like, every single book, I absolutely fly through it. Again, this follows 3 women, like the last one does. And it follows a woman who is she wants to be a journalist and a news reporter in New York. It follows a woman who was real and who was a revolutionary in Cuba, and she was like during the independence for Cuba from the Spanish, not the Americans, from the Spanish in the 1890s? Or 1890, late 1890s. 90s? Late 1890s, my god. She was instrumental in helping Cuba get its independence from the Spanish. And then another character who is our Perez character, and she represents, that third character represents the women who fought in Cuba and the women who were imprisoned in the concentration camps by the Spanish. This is 1896 through 1898, something like that. Yeah, the Spanish used concentration camps. They were nothing, obviously, like what happened during the Second World War, but they were very similar to the American camps in the Second World War, not the German camps. So America, during the Second World War, put German and Japanese citizens, and by Japanese I mean anybody who looked East Asian, into camps to stop them from being domestic terrorists, as it were. Because yeah, just because you look like, anyway, beyond the point. But they had these, like, you were allowed to come and go from them, and yeah, like, there was barely any food, disease was rife, it was horrid conditions. So she represented, like, those women, because a lot of the men were off to fight, and a lot of the women and children were then put into camps. So yeah, anyway, I love this. Again, Chanel Clayton does a fantastic job of bringing the Cuban history to the fore and making these characters seem so real. Like, I was so scared for these characters the whole way through, and just on the edge of my seat the entire time. I seriously love this series. This is not my favourite of the series, probably because of the time. Like, it's set in the late 1800s, it's not my time period that I like to read, but I still really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters, and I think the previous one, the Key West, the last train from Key West, is probably my favourite so far. That, or maybe the first one, I don't know, but I think the last one was my favourite. But yeah, anyway, I can't wait to start the next one, and I've only got 2 more left in the series to go. Next, though, I will be reading The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. This technically doesn't get published for another 4 days, but I have a copy of it, and I'm very excited. I've also decided to put, oh Jesus, Puckin' Wild on my TBR, because who doesn't need more TBR? Because Puckin' Sweet comes out again in like 4 days or something, and I have been intrigued by a lot of the teasers and stuff that the author's been putting on Instagram, so I want to read Puckin' Wild before deciding on Puckin' Sweet or getting Puckin' Sweet. Name is just so cute. But yeah, I'm going to read The Wingman because this is the next in the Vancouver Storm series, and I'm very excited about this. Hello. It is Sunday evening, nighttime, really. I should be going to bed soon, because I work tomorrow. I will not have, I don't think I vlogged yesterday at all. We had a very long day yesterday. We got up and ready to leave at 9:30 in the morning to go to a wedding. Didn't get back until like 1:15. So I am exhausted still. But I finished The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. This is the 3rd book in the Vancouver Storm series, and about when the first like 20 to 50 pages, I immediately like clicked on who was going to be the couple for the next book, and I was right, because it says on the last page which book is next, or whose book is next. It doesn't have a title or anything, it just says X and Y's book is next. I'm not going to tell you who, just so I don't ruin it for you, but yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm not the biggest fan of Friends to Lovers, but I feel like this was a situation where it made more sense. Because sometimes Friends to Lovers, I'm like, how can you two know each other so well and not realise that, like, anyway, you know. But yeah, like, this one made sense. And I really enjoyed it. Like, these two are so cute. I love Darcy and her purple hair. I love Hayden and how much he cares for everybody. I'm so glad that is book 3 in the Vancouver Storm. I'm so excited for book 4. So excited for book 4. Like, you have no idea how excited I am for book 4. I've been looking forward to this character getting a book for so long. And then they introduced a new character who's going to be the love interest. And I'm like, yes. The minute they said in the book that they couldn't stand each other, I was like, it's those two. Like, the minute it was just like, oh, this person and this person can't stand each other, I'm like, enemies to lovers in the future. And obviously, you know, I was right. But yeah, like I said, it's Sunday. I have still got technically two books on my TBR. So after the bite, well, okay, wait a minute. So I've got After the Bite and Spyglass, which were on my original TBR. Plus I've got, I think there's one that I was reading on Kindle. No, I think I've already read the Kindle book. But I also decided to put Puck and Wild on my see it signed. Puck and Wild onto my TBR because I just kind of really want to read it. I'm really enjoying the hockey romances, and Puck and Sweet comes out Tuesday. And all the PR that's been getting done for that has just made me want to read Puck and Wild, so I'm up to date so I can read Puck and Sweet when it comes out. Or not when it comes out, because I won't be getting it immediately, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so it was a really good wedding yesterday, like such a good day. I genuinely thought I was going to be flagging by like mid like ceremony or something, but no, it was really good. Everybody was so lovely. It was so nice meeting. Like, I thought I was going to be on my own because Kay was a bridesmaid, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be like alone with these random people. But honestly, like, I don't think I've been in a group. Like, you know when you're flung into a group of random people and there's always like somebody that's a total like, it's awkward and stuff like. Everybody I met was so lovely. Like, honestly, every single person I met was just so nice and so lovely, and people that I would like want to speak to again. So yeah, we were sat next to some of the bride and groom's friends, and they were just honestly the nicest people. Just so kind and so lovely, and so like, we were sitting chatting for ages. It was great. I absolutely loved it. And then instead of having like a DJ or anything, they got everybody to put songs in. So like, when you had your RSVP, you were to like tell them a song you wanted on the playlist, and they just put a Spotify playlist together and just played it. Honestly, best thing ever. It was amazing. It was so random and it was great. Like, it was such a weird, like, the music taste went like everywhere, and everybody just loved it. Like, nobody was like, oh, it was great. And you had no DJ like eating the microphone talking to you. It was just beautiful. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was such a good day. Kate enjoyed herself as well. It was absolutely beautiful. We got married in the forest, literally in the forest. And then we had our meal and everything in the same place. It was friggin' cold though, because it was an outdoor space, so it was in a dome, and it was so cold. And then literally for the rest of the night I sat next to the heater, and everybody was like, you're not roasting. I was like, no, I'm never roasting. I was literally sitting cooking myself because I was so cold. But yeah, I had such a good time, and the bride looked amazing. She was in a black dress that was like sparkly, and she had like all of her jewellery was like themed, and it was just absolutely stunning. Genuinely absolutely stunning. Just such a good day. Like, such a good day. It was, I think, other than the fact that like so much was like there was no staff, so everything was getting done. Well, the staff for like the catering stuff, but like organising whenever everybody went and everything, like the bride and that were just doing it themselves, and I was like, I would be so stressed. I was trying to be helpful, and I think I was just getting myself in a flap and not being very helpful, to be perfectly honest. But it was lovely. It was so lovely. And the dog was there. Their dog, who's a greyhound, and she was just so sweet, and she just lay there all night sleeping, occasionally getting petted by somebody. Like, just people would randomly go over and sit with her and pet her, and she was just in her element. Absolutely in her element. Loving it. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I am probably gonna start another read. Maybe? I don't know. It is like 10:30, so I should probably go to work. Fucking sure up at work at this time, they'd be like, why are you setting the alarms off, Andy? No, go to bed. Also, I had to take my wedding ring off. I don't know if you can see it's all bruised and stuff. My finger swelled up so badly that I got stuck, and I forced it off in a manner that's probably not advised, and now I've got like, I've damaged something. I've definitely like bruised the bone or something. The way I was like, it was horrendous. Like my whole finger was purple, and I was like, this is not getting cut off me. This is coming off. So yeah, you can see it's like where it dug in when it was swollen, and I literally it normally sits down here, and it got stuck further up. And it's still really, really painful. It's actually really, really painful. I'm surprised it's not purple and swollen by how painful it is. So that's fun. I'm not even sure if I dislocated my finger trying to get it out. I definitely yesterday dislocated a couple of toes, and I was like, crap, can't get my shoes off to get it. I only realised late, like I've been an hour or so ago, that they still weren't in because my foot was really sore. So I pulled them back in. The joy of having a DS. Anyway, I'm actually gone. I've got the yawns, and I've got work tomorrow, and I need to change over the washing. Ugh. Anyway, if you want to let me know you were here and you don't want to leave a comment, leave some kind of wedding related emojis down below, and yeah, just to let me know that you were here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.